Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Educational Hub Preparation. This is the second part of top 100 most important MCQs on Election Act 2017 for Assistant Election Commissioner Preparation. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं बिना टाइम वेस्ट किए. The first MCQs is the presiding officer is appointed by. So the answer is returning officer. Next MCQs is a person cannot be appointed as presiding officer if he. So the answer is a candidate in the election. Next MCQs is what happens if a ballot paper is accidentally spoiled by a voter. So the answer is the voter can get another ballot paper. Next MCQs is who decides on objections during the scrutiny of nomination papers. So the answer is returning officer. Next is a candidate or his agent may be present at the time of. So the answer is D, both B and C. Next is a person guilty of impersonation at a polling station is punishable with. So the answer is imprisonment up to 3 years or fine or both. Next MCQs is a person who makes a false statement in connection with registration as a voter is guilty of. So the answer is illegal practice. Next is bribery during an election is categorized as. So the answer is corrupt practice. Next MCQs is who may order repolling in case of irregularities or violence at a polling station. So the answer is election commission. Next MCQs is when equality of votes occurs among more than two candidates, what happens? So the answer is fresh election is held within 60 days. Next MCQs is who can cast a postal ballot under the act? So the answer is officials on election duty, disabled person and prisoners. Next MCQs is reserve seats for women and non-Muslims are filled. So the answer is through proportional representation system based on party list. Next MCQs is the election commission may conduct pilot projects for. So the answer is electronic voting and biometric verification. Next MCQs is a by-election must be held within how many days after a seat becomes vacant. So the answer is 60 days. Next MCQs is the election commission is bound to prepare electoral rolls for. So the answer is each constituency. Next MCQs is the nomination paper for a candidate must be signed by. So the answer is one proposer and one seconder. Next MCQs is scrutiny of nomination papers is conducted by. So the answer is returning officer. Next MCQs is what is the maximum election expenses allowed for a National Assembly candidate? So the answer is 4 million. It's mean 40 lakh. Next MCQs is when does the election campaign period end? So the answer is 48 hours before polling. Next MCQs is symbol allotment to candidate is done by. So the answer is returning officer. Next MCQs is what is the minimum turnout required for validity of an election? So the answer is there is no minimum turnout condition. Next MCQs is the Election Commission may conduct a repoll if. So the answer is both capturing or serious irregularities occur. Next MCQs is who has the authority to issue code of conduct for political parties and candidates. So the answer is Election Commission. Next MCQs is when does the Election Commission publish the final list of voters? So the answer is before 15 days of election. Next MCQs is a by-election is conducted when? So the answer is seats become vacant. Next MCQs is reserved seats for women and non-Muslims are filled based on. So the answer is proportion of general seats. इसके साथ साथ अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आप इलेक्शन एक्ट 2017 एक ही वीडियो में कंप्लीट पढ़ लें विदाउट एनी एमसीक्यूज तो इस पे ऑलरेडी मैंने एक वीडियो बनाई है आप आई बटन से वॉच कर सकते हैं नेक्स्ट एमसीक्यूज इज inspection of rejected or counted ballot papers is allowed only by so the answer is election tribunal under order. Next MCQs is what happens if two parties have equal share for a reserved seats. So the answer is toss or drawing of lots. Next MCQs is within how many days must the elected candidate submit their election expenses? So the answer is 5 days. Next MCQs is what is the maximum spending limit for a candidate contesting a Senate seat? So the answer is 1.5 million rupees. That's mean 15 lakh. Next MCQs is what is the spending limit for a National Assembly candidate? So the answer is 10 million rupees. It's mean 1 crore rupees. Next MCQs is what is the spending limit for a provincial assembly candidate? So the answer is 4 million rupees. It's mean 40 lakh rupees. Next MCQs is for National Assembly reserved women seats, each province is treated as. So the answer is a single constituency. Next MCQs is for non-Muslim seats in the National Assembly, the constituency is. So the answer is the entire country. Next MCQs is until when the commission make changes in constituencies. So the answer is up to 4 months before the notification of election program. Next MCQs is within how many days must an election petition be filed after the publication of the return candidate's name? So the answer is 45 days. Next MCQs is within how many days must the election tribunal decide an election petition? So the answer is 180 days. Next MCQs is on which form must the political party submit its statement of accounts? So the answer is Form D. Next MCQs is a political party must submit a list of contributors who donated at least how much for its election campaign. So the answer is 1 crore rupees. Next MCQs is within how many days must the election commission conduct local government elections after the term ends? So the answer is 120 days. Next MCQs is who regulates the number of voters allowed inside a polling station at one time? So the answer is presiding officer. Next MCQs is the election commission must publish the name of the returning candidate in the official gazette within how many days from the poll? So the answer is 14 days. Next MCQs is the returning officer must recount votes if the margin of victory is less than how many percentage of total votes polled. So the answer is 5%. Next MCQs is the recount ordered by the returning officer can be conducted how many times? So the answer is only once. Next MCQs is if there is equality of votes between two candidates, both are declared returned and serve for how long each? So the answer is half term each. Next MCQs is the commission retains sealed election documents for how long after their deposit? So the answer is 1 year. Next MCQs is if there is equality of votes among more than two candidates, what action will be taken? So the answer is fresh election will be ordered. Next MCQs is party list for reserved seats must be submitted by political parties within what period? So the answer is during nomination period. Next MCQs is if a reserved seats become vacant, who fills it? So the answer is next person on the party list. Last MCQs is the list of contesting candidates is arranged in. So the answer is Urdu alphabetical order. So for more information, subscribe our YouTube channel, Educational Hub Preparation. Thank you.